Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase, pricing, and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, a lovely piece that debuted as you see it in 2016. This is the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Yacht-Master with the dark rhodium dial. Platinum bezel, stainless steel case, bracelet, and clasp. It is a lovely watch. Reference 116622. You can see 40 millimeters in diameter. Taking a quick look at this in profile. It's a very thin watch, 11.6 millimeters thick from lug to lug tip, 47.3 millimeters. If we include the end links of the bracelet, then it is 50 millimeters across the wrist with a 20 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. Peel my glove back a little bit so you can see my wrist here. We'll throw this watch on, get a sense of how it fits. It fits nicely. Actually fits quite well, given that the lug-to-lug on a Yacht-Master is fairly narrow. Now, the end links on a Yacht-Master can be fairly long, but even so, I could easily recommend this for a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference. And you can see over the top, which exaggerates the width of the watch. I have plenty of clearance on each side. And then down the barrel, that really tells the tale. You can see how far inboard of the edge of my wrist those lugs are. And it's thin. It will fit under a dress cuff. It can be used as a formal watch. Certainly by Rolex standards, it is a fairly formal watch. The original Yacht-Master arrived in 1992. Some say it was the realization of early prototyping of what a next-generation luxury submariner might have looked like. But Rolex realized even in an era when its stock was rising and perceptions were elevated, it couldn't quite over-refine the sub. It wouldn't be true to the sub's heritage. So the sub remained what it was, and the Yacht-Master was launched with a lot of those refined features, one of the most fascinating of which was the full solid gold bezel. And so later in the 90s, the full solid platinum bezel arrived, and that's what we've got right here. And it is a very finely indexed, it's actually 120 click. A lot of these bidirectional bezels from other brands don't have any discernible indexing, they just turn. This actually does, and it makes it a more interesting tactile experience. It's a Yacht-Master, of course, so if you want to time the interval to the start of a match, which is one race within a regatta for yachts, you just line up the index with the minute hand and then you follow. Taking a quick look at the case and the bracelet, all this is 904L stainless steel, bezel accepted. 904L is a high nickel content steel that's particularly resistant to corrosion in the face of sweat or sea salt. So every little bit helps. Now taking a look at the bracelet, removable links are fixed in place using screws, no issues there. And then the clasp, as we have right here, let me try to remove this little RCPO tag. The clasp has two locking factors, like some of the more aggressive Rolex sports watches. You've got this lift lock with the beak and then an internal hook. Those two things latch together, and then the clamshell locks it a second time. There's a little kerf underneath the crown where you can dig your nail in, even if it's gloved, and you can open up the clamshell. Taking a look inside the clasp, we have Rolex's 5mm snap-in, snap-out, easy link, tool-free adjustment mechanism, and if you look further, you can see that there are 3 sets of divots inside the clasp where you can dismount the spring bar, move it fore and aft to change the anchoring point of the bracelet in the clasp. So you have 3 different ways to size this watch when it's on the wrist. The case of the Yacht-Master is elegant. It's anything but the squared off. Actually, let me show you this. It's anything but the squared off super case of the more aggressive sports watches. That's the super case, squared off, and it's got a fairly sheer side. You can see this is a lot more curvaceous. This is more like a Daytona. This is more like a Date 8. This is more like a Datejust. Now, taking a look at the bracelet, it's tapering up to match the width of the lug junction. Then we've got this conforming end link. We've got that beautiful case. We actually have a trip lock crown. So while this watch is 100 meters water resistant, it has the more aggressive trip lock crown rather than the standard Rolex twin lock. And you can see that's a trip lock in steel because of the 3 symmetrical dots. Screw in case back on the reverse side, and then inside we've got Rolex caliber 3135. And that is a bidirectional winder with a 4 hertz beat rate, 31 joules, 48-hour power reserve, stop seconds or hacking, a quick set date, the movement, a certified chronometer, but then Rolex adjusting it further so that the entire watch meets the superlative chronometer standard, or no worse than +2 -2 seconds per 24 hours as it leaves the factory. Taking a look at the dial, you can see it uses Rolex's distinctive Chromolite blue lume, and you can see all 3 hands are luminescent. The indices are particularly large, and the dial is dark rhodium. So the silvery material that you normally see on the back of Swiss brass movements, it can be laid on a surface in a fashion that creates a very dark anthracite graphite aesthetic rather than bright, shiny silver. And that's what we have right here. Lovely cyan accents. That movement, one more time, worth mentioning because it has a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for shock resistance, and overcoil hairspring, so no matter what physical position or orientation with respect to gravity, it keeps consistent time. And that hairspring made of a blue oxidized niobium zirconium that is highly anti-magnetic. Rolex calls that alloy parachrome bleu. It is a 28.5 millimeter movement, if my memory serves me correct. And again, that's 4 hertz with 31 joules. A very tough movement, right down to the lubricants used in it. It is distinctively Rolex and a manufacturer movement. In a manufacturer case, dial, clasp, bracelet, Rolex makes every part. It is a pure-breaded watch. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details of this purebred watch. Rolex Certified Pre-Owned watches are backed and authenticated by Rolex. Should any reconditioning be necessary, it will be to a Rolex Certified standard, and any parts invested, Rolex Factory Original. Should the initial retail box, paper, and accessory set still accompany the watch, it will be included with the sale. But no matter what, a certified pre-owned box and paper set starts with an outer box, a leatherette travel pouch with suede lining, a warranty card that embodies the 2-year globally valid Rolex-backed warranty. Note, this is not a retail warranty, but backed by Rolex and actionable at any of its authorized points of sales and service. A leatherette wallet includes the warranty terms and conditions manual, a holographic hang tag marks this as a certified pre-owned Rolex watch, and a manual details Rolex's values as a company, the certified pre-owned program, care, feeding, service, and use of your Rolex, locations of points of sales and service, and details of Rolex.com. Rolex certified pre-owned watches are backed only by Rolex.